Hello, everyone. I'm Joel, your host for Talking Trends, where we explore trends in real estate as well as other luxury lifestyle elements here in the greater Sarasota area. Today, we have a very special guest to explore luxury home furnishings. Our special guest is Rick Clary, the general manager of Clive Daniel here in Sarasota. Welcome, Rick.
Thank you.
So before we dive into Clive Daniel, can you just give us a little bit of background on yourself?
Yes. My wife and I moved here in 1980, and I started with a home furnishing store in 1985, opened that, and stayed there till probably 2011. Then I reopened it again in 2013, and then retired in 2019. And then Daniel called and said, "Are you ready to get out of retirement yet?" And I said, "Yes, I am. I'm bored." So he got me at a weak moment, and I said yes, and it's been good ever since.
Awesome. Well, welcome back to the business side of things here in Sarasota. Of course, we go way back, many years. So it's been great to work with you and all of your talent you've had in Sarasota. So I think I'm excited. The market's excited about Clive Daniel coming to town. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Clive Daniel's different than the other home furnishing stores in Sarasota. This is going to be unique. We're not classified so much as a furniture store. We're a big design firm that happens to sell furniture. And yes, we do sell just a sofa, but we have 18 designers that will be on staff, and we have CAD system. We have all the backup services that a designer could ever want. The design studio is unbelievable, like nothing else in Sarasota. So we've set ourselves apart, and because of the market, the luxury market that's developed over probably the last 5 years for sure, I think we're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and we were talking a little bit about what's happening. I mean, it is a great market, right? Lots of luxury real estate being sold. I mean, it's got to be kind of interesting for Clive Daniel because there are some big projects coming online downtown Sarasota, big buildings where I think those buyers that are 6 months, 2 years out can tap into your, again, design skills because it's like designing a space that isn't there yet.
Yes, and a lot of times that, it's over a year and a half time period. So the designers get started on it. We do 3D renderings. We have, like I said, the CAD operator can relate to the contractors or the architect, and the designer is part of the program. And but our services that we support them with, it gives us the advantage to deal with their professionals on their project that they're working on.
So is Sarasota strategic for the company? What do they feel about the Sarasota market right now?
Yes. Well, right now we felt that it was either between West Palm Beach or Sarasota. And I said, well, I don't know much about West Palm Beach, but if it was between the two, I'd come to Sarasota. And so they did. And but Clive is the father and Daniel is the son.
Okay.
I go back with Clive to 1985 and worked with him for all those years. And then his son, Daniel, I helped train him in 2000 for a couple of years here in Sarasota. And he loves Sarasota. That's why he wanted to come back.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it. Of course, I think Sarasota's on the radar screen for everybody these days. So I think it's a interesting strategic move. Love West Palm Beach, but I think Sarasota's a little more dynamic.
Yes.
Maybe. The market at least. Yeah.
It's a city. I mean, Naples to me is a resort, but we're a complete city.
Yeah.
And people are just now catching on to that. And it's amazing the amount of wealth that's moving into this area that was here before, but it's even greater now in the last 5 years.
Yeah. And I think obviously Florida population growth, Sarasota population growth, but just that diversity of where our buyers are coming from too. So the store itself, tell us a little bit about the physical location, what it's all about.
Well, the store is right on next to 75 and Fruitville. It's in the northeast corner. It's a stock development that we bought the land from. And it's a big white building. I don't know if anybody could miss it, but maybe you have to go down Fruitville and come back at it at Cooper's Hawk there, that restaurant. We're right in there behind them.
Right.
And it's a great position because it's right there off of Fruitville and 75. We're being able to service Lakewood Ranch and downtown actually in Longboat Key, because everybody comes out Fruitville anyway. So
Right.
it's a great position. And plus we'll draw from St. Petersburg too. There's a lot of big projects up there
Interesting,
too.
yeah. Yeah.
So, and there's Venice is starting to grow too. It's
Yeah.
amazing, this West Coast.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot going on in Venice, like you said, a lot of new development.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so just physical structure. I mean, how big?
It's 68,000 feet, 2
Wow.
stories.
Wow,
We've
fantastic.
got all kinds of different departments in that store.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I said, no one's seen something like this
Yeah,
before in Sarasota.
Yeah, love it, because obviously new construction, and it's a little more tech savvy, I'm sure, than a lot of what's going on in Sarasota.
Oh yes, we've got a wine bar in there. We've a cafe for the customers. We have an atrium outside with our outdoor patio furniture, and it's actually outdoor. We have big glass garage doors that can open
Wow.
during the wintertime
Mhm.
to enjoy the weather. And there's a little beer garden out there too. So, I mean, it's different. We have a boutique for high-end accessories. It's almost like a little gift shop within our store.
Wow.
It's not that little. It's about 1,200 feet. But it's something that under one roof you don't see in Sarasota
Yeah.
right now.
I think wine bar and beer garden. I think I'm sold.
Yeah.
So obviously talking trends. That's what we do. Talk about
Yes.
trends. So give me a feel what's going on in interior design and furnishings. Are there certain trends towards one thing or another?
I think you'll see the colors coming back now. We've went through the gray, the black, the white stage, and I think it's coming back. It's kind of like wallpaper went out, then faux finishing, and then plain paint. Now the wallpapers are coming back in again, and they provide color too. And besides our oil paintings and other accessories, bring color into the home. I think people are a little tired or bored of that plain look right now. I mean, on the exterior of the home, it's still there, but on the interiors, it's starting to come about now.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's and you'll see a little more traditional coming back. It's not like it used to be, but it's more transitional in nature and a little less contemporary. The hard lines of contemporary are there, but it's going toward transitional.
Yeah, nice. Little simple. I mean, again, we kind of went to that modern, a little colder, a little simpler.
Yep.
I think it's nice to kind of bounce back a little bit and make it a little warmer, and you can kind of go either way with it.
I think so. And we have enough Europeans here now moving here. They like the contemporary, so it'll always be here. And Sarasota, even back to 1985, was the biggest contemporary market of all of our stores at that time. So, and it remains that way today.
Nice. So obviously we talked about the concept of you have a number of interior designers on staff. So just conceptually, are you going to carry inventory too, or is it going to be mostly custom orders, or how will that work?
Well, right now we actually have 4 warehouses in Fort Myers, and we're going to be building a new distribution center there because we can't handle the furniture that we have. We knew that this was coming into a period where you're going to be hard to get merchandise. And so Clive and Daniel went into the manufacturer, said, how many do you have?
Wow.
We'll order all of them. How many you have on order? We'll take those too. So right now, when you come into the store, and if you just wanted a sofa, let's say, that sofa is backed up with 3 more in the warehouse. So you could get delivery within 5 days. And that applies to about 60 to 70% of our floor samples.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fantastic because we're coming right out of a world of, unless you're proactive like that and kind of take the bull by the horns and make sure you can keep your clients and adapt to what's happening in the market. I mean, that's where you can make a difference.
Yep.
So that's great to hear. Because those logistics obviously have been kind of crazy over the last couple of years.
I mean, we still do a good percentage of special orders because of the clientele that we're dealing with. They want exactly what they want.
Right.
And a lot of times, and not what we have on the floor. And so we have to provide that too. And we have manufacturers that we deal with in the United States, that does custom furniture just for us with the finishes that we pick out, the hardware. We help style the pieces with them, and we can get those products readily available real quick.
Excellent. So. And I'm assuming it's really kind of, like you said, I mean, you can come in and buy a sofa, but you can also come in with your floor plan from your condo that's going to be around in 2 years and just say, make it happen?
Yep.
So,
That's what we do.
Yeah, awesome.
And then they can go back to New York, and when they come back, it's done.
Yeah. And I think we're seeing that trend more and more now again. We obviously are a destination market. This may be a second or even a third home. So again, spending, come here and spending all your time furnishing your condo, et cetera, just isn't what people want to do. They'd rather come to turnkey, and generally they'll pay for it too. Yep. They want that luxury element.
Yeah, they expect it, and they, after they deserve it at this point in their lives.
Like
and this is the way I always look at it. But a lot of our designers do Zoom and FaceTime with the customers. They'll walk through the store and let them see different pieces and what they're working on, and everything's done, virtually anymore. So it's brought this whole fashion industry around a lot in the last 10 years.
Interesting. I think it makes it more dynamic, right? It's we can move faster, we can adapt faster. Maybe sometimes out of necessity, but we have to adapt.
But you see some of these 3D renderings they come up with, and they can just plug in that actual furniture piece, and what your room's going to look like without a doubt.
Fantastic.
So it's working really well with us.
Awesome. So obviously you have a distinguished career in this industry, and now you're with Clive Daniel. What's kind of your favorite part of being there now?
Well, I like being with the organization, how they treat their people, how they treat their customers. And that's the biggest part for me. I love working with my customers. When you're dealing with their personal spaces, their homes, they become more than just customers. They're your friends. They're really nice people. And I enjoy that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I like dealing with designers too. They're very creative. Their minds work differently than mine anyway. But they're
which is probably a good thing.
Right?
Oh,
it is. It is. But they're wonderful to work with, and like I said, Clive Daniel's always treated their customers and their employees very well. And you take care of your employees, they'll take care of your customers.
Exactly. Yep. So anything else you want to throw out there of what's going on in the luxury home furnishing market or Clive Daniel?
No, I just want to invite everybody out there. And like I said, we have a boutique. We have different departments and a lot of staff support there for our designers. And I think they'll be pretty well surprised when they see us.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds fantastic.
It's an amazing store. It's even better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. I'm one of those people, I'm logistically running around all the time, and I do sometimes just have to stop and walk through furniture stores to see what's new and exciting. So, Rick, thank you so much for joining us today on Talking Trends. I really look forward to visiting the store. Till next time, everyone, this is Joel with Talking Trends.